You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at 7, calls for clemency continue to grow for a Missouri inmate.
Also, while Joplin held their annual turkey trot, an inaugural one launch in Pittsburgh.
And we've got a pretty decent Black Friday forecast for us, but the rain is on the way as we head into Saturday. We're going to talk your complete forecast coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Thanks for joining us for the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Amber Jenkins. Calls for clemency continue to grow for a Missouri death row inmate scheduled for execution. Kevin Johnson has spent over a decade on death row for killing Kirkwood Police Sergeant William Metzinti. Johnson has acknowledged his guilt in that killing, but says he has changed while behind bars as a devoted family man. But Missouri Governor Mike Parson says the execution will move forward as planned, citing the, quote, pretty vicious nature of the crime. Johnson is scheduled for execution Tuesday. Authorities respond to a house fire in Commerce, confirming that there was a fatality. The fire happened yesterday morning on South Maple Street. Police are not releasing the name until the family is contacted. According to the fire marshal agent Judah Shepard, they are still investigating what caused the fire. He says at this point they do not suspect any criminal or foul play at calls. We'll have more on our website as we learn more about this story. The day didn't start off so great for some traveling along I-44 near Miami. This video is on the Will Rogers Turnpike headed west, approaching the Miami 313 exit where a semi turned over. The accident caused big travel delays along the turnpike. No word yet on any injuries or what caused the crash. Another tradition is Black Friday, and KOAM very young Shannon Becker is in Joplin checking out some of the stores offering those sought after Black Friday prices.
Here I come. I thought we were setting up down there. I thought we were setting up down there, so I was down by the door. But we're not. We're right here. At Target, you can see the line. It's pretty big here. They're only letting a few people in at a time here at Target. So probably to keep that crowd control down or something. I'm not necessarily sure. But this morning we started out at 5 o'clock in the morning at Kohl's. Big lines. 6 o'clock at Walmart. They had lines at both doors at 15th Street. And now here at Target, 7 a.m. it'll be the last of the major stores to open. Penny's has already opened. Best Buy has already opened. If you go to our website, KOAM News Now, you can check out the deals that are linked there and our articles. Okay? So good luck if you're going out today and being brave. A lot of people be doing it online, which is fine. It's about family and friends and that experience of getting out and doing some shopping on Black Friday in person, though. In Joplin at Target, I'm Shannon Becker for Fox Morning News on KOAM, or something like that. Where am I?
I hope those brave souls embracing the weather and standing in line, I hope they get the deals that they're searching for. Thank you, Shannon.
Yeah.
The United Methodist Church in Cherokee, Kansas hosts their annual Thanksgiving dinner. They have been serving free dinner and desserts for 18 years. What started as a group of 15 vastly grew over the years, serving people from the community and surrounding areas. If it not was for volunteers, this dinner would not happen.
If it's 5 minutes or 5 hours, the joy that they get from helping is what I'm happy for.
Any food leftovers will be donated to the Lord's Diner in Pittsburgh, and any cash leftover will be donated to local charities. Folks in Joplin came out yesterday for the city's annual turkey trot. It was the 11th year of the trot, which features a 5K run and walk through downtown Joplin. Participants receive a free shirt and a medal when they finish, and donuts. Running group for all ages and pace hosted their very first turkey trot of their own in Pittsburgh. The turnout was more than expected, and all participants were very excited to show their support and gather on this holiday. The race was free for everyone from walkers to runners to people pushing strollers and dogs leading the way. The first Pittsburgh Turkey Trot was the start of a tradition for many.
Oh, we were expecting like 10 to 20 people to come to the event, to be honest. And so we just wanted those people to come and enjoy time with their family and celebrate moving their bodies. And we had a great turnout, way more than we anticipated and could ever imagine.
The Running Collective meets every Wednesday at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. at Gorilla Village in Pitt State.
All right, time for a little weather history. And on this day, back in 1950, Michigan beat Ohio State 9-3 in the Blizzard Bowl in Columbus, Ohio. The morning temperature was 5 degrees with 40-mile-an-hour winds, and driving snow shrouded the players on the field. No driving snow in our forecast for us today. Instead, we are with a pretty decent-looking sunrise out there, but chilly. 37 in Joplin right now. Feels like 31. Skies are clearing and will continue to do so through the day. 31 Yates Center, Iola, 33 Fort Scott, 34 Pittsburgh, Lamar, 37 in Carthage, 38 Miami. We got 40 degrees in Neosho. Now, our travel situation is going to change as the system moves in. We can start seeing moderate travel delays if you're heading home on Saturday with some heavy rain across the area, so do be aware of that. And we're not seeing any significant weather-related airport delays across the country, but again, this only covers weather-related delays, so make sure you check on your specific flight. For today, we're heading for a high of 54 degrees. We'll be mostly clear throughout the afternoon. As we head into tonight, we'll hit an early low of 41. Temperatures slowly warm overnight. Clouds increase overnight, and then we start to see rain building in by tomorrow morning. And that's what that system down in Texas as it starts to roll into Oklahoma on the future track, and by Saturday morning, here it is, and it will be with us all day Saturday, and there could be some pockets of heavy rain, so if you are traveling, be aware of that. And it lasts into early Sunday morning before it exits on out of here and leaves us with some slightly better weather. 50 tomorrow, 48 on Sunday. Best travel day is Monday, 57 partly cloudy. Another system Tuesday brings us rain. Cooler weather by Wednesday with some morning showers, and then back to normal by Thursday of next week.
Thank you, Chris. Up next, why good cholesterol may not be a good indicator of heart disease.
And later, this week's latest gaming news is about a placid plastic duck simulator. Yeah, you heard me right. You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Watch this morning. The World Health Organization and the CDC warns of the measles could be back on the verge of a comeback. And now there's even more reason to eat your fruit and vegetables. Skylar Henry has a look at some of the day's top health stories.
The World Health Organization and the CDC say nearly 40 million children missed a measles vaccine dose last year. That's a record number. Measles immunization has dropped significantly since the coronavirus pandemic began. Officials say in 2021 there were some 9 million cases of measles and about 128,000 deaths around the world. A new study is raising questions about how accurately so-called good cholesterol, or HDL, helps predict heart disease. The research, supported by the National Institutes of Health, found that low levels of HDL cholesterol predicted an increased risk of heart attacks or related deaths for white adults. But it showed the same was not true for black adults. The researchers also found that higher HDL levels were not associated with reduced coronary disease risk for either group. And people who eat or drink more foods with an antioxidant called flavanols might have a slower rate of memory decline. That's according to a study in the online issue of Neurology. The research involving seniors who do not have dementia indicates eating more fruits and vegetables and drinking more tea might help maintain a healthy brain. That's a look at some of the day's top health stories. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
Got a good Black Friday for you today. We're heading for a high of 54 degrees under mostly clear skies. And as we head into tonight, we're going to hit an early low of 41. Temperatures will slowly increase. Clouds will increase. And we'll start to see rain showers by sunrise tomorrow. We have a really good chance of some rain, even some heavy rain tomorrow. So if you're traveling on Saturday, please give yourself plenty of time to get wherever you're going. Rain holds on early Sunday morning, then it's out of here, 48. Best day for travel is Monday, 57, partly cloudy. Another system Tuesday with rain. Rain into Wednesday morning, cooler to 42, and then back to normal Thursday at 52 and mostly clear. We got a lot more of the KOAM Morning News right after this. A new title making the rounds on the video game streaming circuit consists of just watching, plastic ducks in a pool. Yeah, Rick Damagella explains how this is a real thing.
No, we aren't kidding you with this story. This game is Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. The gameplay consists of simply watching plastic ducks in a pool. Twitch streamer Vinny Vinesauce recently featured the game.
I was surprised at how well made the game was. It's just a game about ducks, and they drop into a pool, and you collect them.
Chat, another duck just dropped.
It's just a really weirdly meditative, fun game, and it's kind of like it scratches the itch to collect something, and it just so happens to be ducks, and I'm all for that. It's fun to see them get like into the little pool. There's an exclusive VIP duck pool, make no mistake.
The question is, will the water pull the duck into the slide, or does it have to be like perfect? Oh man, oh man, oh man, yes, yes!
My chat was like going crazy. You had like 8,000 people in unison going absolutely crazy for this cool duck that just went into a VIP area.
And now we have to get this duck back up to the pool with its friends.
I figured 5 minutes would be enough to see everything you need to see. And yet people were egging me on like, Vinny, no, keep playing this. Leave it on in the background while you play other games. We want to see the ducks. So I was entertained. Chat was entertained.
Gene. This is Gene, the metal kiss duck.
You have to wonder who would spend their money and time making a game like this, a duck aficionado, a rubber duck aficionado, but then you kind of get into it and it's like, oh, this is just someone who likes neat stuff.
I mean, I'm all for multiple ducks. I need as many ducks as I can.
Quacking up in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
They've got the cat simulator and a bunch of other odd things you can do, so why not ducks, right? You can just watch them bob there. Maybe it's just a good way to relax. You just kind of put on the ducks, watch them fall in, they float around, and you just get ready for bed that way. I don't know. With the rain that we have coming tomorrow, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to put some plastic ducks possibly in your lawn. Right now, though, look at the clear skies we've got out there. 37 in Joplin, feels like 31. We got temperatures across the region, still a little bit of chilly. 31 Yates Center, Iola, 33 Fort Scott, 32 Nevada, 37 in Carthage, 40 Neosho, and 38 in Miami. As we head into tomorrow, we're going to have that rain system come in here with some heavy rain potential at times. So we're looking at some moderate travel delays. If you're traveling tomorrow, please just give yourself plenty of time to get wet wherever you're going, or if possible, hold off until Sunday or Monday, because by Sunday morning, this system will clear out of here and we'll have some better driving conditions. No significant weather-related delays at airports across the country, so good news still there if you're flying, but again, make sure you check on your specific flight. High today of 54 degrees under mostly clear skies, so a beautiful day to get out and enjoy or shop or whatever it is you may be doing. 41 is the early low, then temperatures start to slowly warm up overnight, clouds increase, and we start to see that rain by early tomorrow morning. In fact, on the future track, that rain gets in here and it sticks with us again all day Saturday and into Sunday morning. This is 8 o'clock, still more rain out there. And as we head into Sunday morning, 7 a.m., the rain's still hanging on, but it will clear out on Sunday. So again, if you're traveling, just be prepared for some slick spots on the road. 48 Sunday, 50 tomorrow. Best day to travel really is Monday, 57, partly cloudy. Another system brings us rain Tuesday and early Wednesday. We get cool, 42, and we're back to normal by Thursday with a high of 52. We've got a lot more of the KOAM morning news right after this.
It's time to honor today's four-state hero, Richard Ecker. Corporal Ecker served in the Army. He served during World War I in France with the 353rd Infantry 89th Division. Corporal Ecker unfortunately died on October 29, 1918, of wounds received in Argonne Forest Battle. A native to Liberal, Missouri, we thank you, today's four-state hero, Richard Ecker.
Well, Pentatonics has added a 6th album of holiday music to their discography.
That's pretty awesome. He talked with the singers and bring us a listen of more of the new Christmas music from the teenage punk band.
Pentatonic's latest album, Holidays Around the World, finds the a cappella quintet pushing its sonic boundaries.
We collaborated with a bunch of artists from different countries, and we also have some originals on there. And I think that this album, we're really leaning in and like pushing our sound to places we've never been before. And that combined with getting to celebrate all these different cultures and genres with artists from those countries, it's just been like a really creatively fulfilling and exciting project for us.
A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That's the late Scott Weiland singing John Lennon and Yoko Ono's Happy Christmas, War is Over. The cover is among 4 previously unreleased recordings on the reissue of Weiland's The Most Wonderful Time of the Year album, making its vinyl debut this holiday season.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's the merriest Christmas I have seen. Nina's drinking water from the tree.
All-girl punk rock group the Linda Lindas have released a festive new single. The Los Angeles Wonderkins began 2022 with the release of their debut album, Growing Up, and finished the year with the single, Groovy Christmas. Rocking out around the Christmas tree in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Interesting.
It's amazing that Pentatonics is still out there changing up their sound.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing is, Christmas music, you only hear it briefly for one point in the year. And so they only have so much time to get new music out there, but there's a lot of people like the traditional Christmas music too, so it's a little tough to get through all of it in just about a month or so.
I love a good Christmas classic, but with like a some new flavor in it.
Same here. There have been some remakes out there that have been pretty good. Some have not been so great. The original's better. But
oh yeah, of course.
You get that mix as well. Our forecast today is actually looking pretty great. We got a nice day out there ahead of us. A little cool start, 37 in Joplin, 37 in Carthage, 35 in Parsons, and 38 in Miami. As we head into tomorrow, though, we have the rain building in. That could lead to some moderate travel delays for us as we head through the day Saturday and then into early Sunday. Airport delays. Again, not seeing any significant weather-related delays at the nation's airports, but again, make sure you check your specific flight. 54 is going to be our high today as we'll have mostly clear skies, so a beautiful day to get out there and do whatever it is you may do today. We'll have an early low of 41 degrees, and then temperatures will slowly rise, clouds will begin to increase, and we'll start our day tomorrow with rain, and rain is going to be the theme throughout all of Saturday as this system comes in out of Texas and Oklahoma, and it'll give us rain again throughout Saturday, and heavy rain is possible, so if you are traveling back home or wherever tomorrow, please give yourself plenty of time to get wherever you're going. Take it slow. Rain lasts until early Sunday morning, and then it will eventually kick on out of here and leave us cooler. 50 tomorrow, 48 on Sunday. Best day to travel Monday, 57, partly cloudy. Another system Tuesday with rain chances. Tuesday into Wednesday morning, only 42 next Wednesday. And we're back to normal, 52 on Thursday. We're back with more right after this.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. It's currently 7:27. Authorities respond to a house fire in Commerce and confirm a fatality. The house fire happened Thanksgiving morning on South Maple Street. Police are not releasing the name until all the family is contacted. According to the fire marshal agent Judah Shepard, they are still investigating what caused the fire. He says at this point they do not suspect any criminal or foul play at calls. Be sure to check our website at KOAMnewsnow.com as more details become available. Missouri Governor Mike Parsons says the execution of Kevin Johnson is going ahead as planned. He's been on death row for more than a decade for killing a police officer, but more calls are growing for the governor to grant Johnson clemency. Shauna Chall reports.
I'm not opposed to the death penalty, but I am absolutely 100% opposed to Kevin Johnson being executed.
Kevin Johnson is facing execution by lethal injection for the killing of Kirkwood Police Sergeant William McEntee. Rachel Janess was Johnson's kindergarten and first grade teacher. For years, they've kept in touch.
He's been looking death in the face for months now with the date pending. He told me the other day he doesn't really like to sleep because sleep makes him feel like he's missing out on part of his life.
In July of 2005, Johnson shot and killed Sergeant McEntee. Johnson has acknowledged his guilt in that killing, but says he's changed while behind bars as a devoted family man. Many are now asking Governor Mike Parson to grant clemency, where Johnson would spend the rest of his life in prison. Governor Parson tells News 4 this case will go forward as planned.
You got a guy that went over there and cold-blooded killed a police officer by 2 shots in the head after he shot him multiple times. I mean, it's a pretty vicious crime. And sometimes you're going to have to answer the consequences of that.
Protesters gathered outside of the event Governor Parson spoke at in Chesterfield on Wednesday.
That's actually a state-sanctioned murder that we are paying for as taxpayers, and that's not good. It needs to end here in Missouri.
And her message to Governor Parson?
Great state of Missouri, like he always says, please grant clemency for him. You're a Christian. You're a good man. You're the governor of Missouri, and we need this clemency now for KJ and his family.
Johnson's execution is set for Tuesday, November 29th.
Democratic U.S. Representatives Cori Bush and Emanuel Cleaver of Missouri have joined calls for Governor Mike Parson to grant Johnson clemency. Another tradition is Black Friday, and KOAM's very own Shannon Becker is in Joplin checking out some of the stores offering those highly sought after Black Friday prices. What's going on, Shannon?
Thank you, Amber. We're at Target here on Range Line. It's been a busy morning for us. This is our third hour, our third location. We started off the morning at 5 a.m. at Kohl's. It was a big line, over 200 people signing up. They got these sweepstakes cards. You get 10 to 90% off of items at Kohl's. It was an impressive line, like I said. Then at 6 o'clock, we were at Walmart at 15th and Range Line. I'm going to guess there were probably 400 to 500 people in line there. And then Target had a large line as well. So what's everybody going for? As we're talking to people at all these locations, it seems like Legos are the hot thing for kids, PlayStations, electronics. We saw people carrying out big TVs as well. Also, we observed someone run into a pole at Kohl's. So my camera person Olivia, she goes, get a picture of that. Well, I missed out on that, but I tell you what, that's going to be a rough day when you go to do Black Friday shopping and you battled a pole, probably. Back in the day, we all battled each other. But Jasper County Sheriff's deputies were on hand at Walmart. None of that happened there. None of that happened here at Target. Those deals can be found on our website. They're linked. Go to KOAM News Now for all those details. Amber, when you get off, you better get out here and get these deals before they're gone, all right?
Well, thank you, Shannon. I hope you and Olivia out there be safe from any problems out there, especially from the polls. Keep an eye out, all right? Thanks, Shannon.
Exactly.
This morning, we are discussing Black Friday shopping.
Indeed, we are. Black Friday marks the beginning of shopping season. National Retail Federation says a record 166 million people going to shop this weekend, with, of course, today being the most popular day, followed by Cyber Monday.
Of the 114 million people hunting for bargains this Black Friday, more than 2/3 say they'll go shopping at brick and mortar stores. And many of those stores, like Target, Macy's, and Walmart, will offer deep discounts.
Now that supply chain issues have been resolved, retailers have more merchandise in their space, more merchandise than space, rather, in their warehouses. But because of inflation, everything's going to cost just a little bit more this year. That brings us to our question for you today. How much are you planning to spend on Black Friday? So far, 69% of you say you're going to spend between $0 and $50. 10% of you saying you're going to spend between $50 and $100. 5% of you say you'll spend between $100 and $200. And this is an impressive number, to be honest. 16% of you saying you're going to spend more than $200. Well, you still have time to vote at our website before you head out to the Black Friday sales. You can also vote in our app, take part in discussion on our Facebook page. Weather today is going to be perfect for Black Friday shopping. As you can see, we've got some pretty clear skies out there in Joplin right now. Bit of a chilly start, 37, feels like 31. Cold in most of the area, but we'll warm up gradually throughout the day. 31 Yates Center, Iola, 33 Fort Scott, 31 in Nevada, 35 Chitopa, 38 Miami, and 39 in Monette. Now, as we head into tomorrow, if you're planning on traveling or anything, these are potential travel delays from some heavy rain we could receive. So we're looking at some moderate travel delays and issues as you travel tomorrow, and that'll last throughout Saturday and into early Sunday morning. So do be aware of that if you're planning to travel tomorrow. Not seeing any significant weather-related delays at any of the nation's airports, but again, check your specific flight. Make sure it's still on time. Heading for a high of 54 degrees today under mostly clear skies, and tonight we'll reach an early low of 41, and then temperatures will start to rise slowly throughout the evening. Clouds will also increase, and we're going to start tomorrow with some shower activity. The future track will show us that as well as this system rolls out of Texas into Oklahoma and then into our area tomorrow morning, and it will overspread the entire area through the day, and we could again see some pockets of heavy rain out there, so some slick roads are definitely likely. Make sure you are allowing yourself plenty of time to get wherever you're going. As we head into Sunday morning by about 6:30, you can see we still have some showers, but as we head through Sunday morning, the system kicks out of here pretty quickly, and then we'll be left with drier conditions. 50 tomorrow, 48 on Sunday. Travel looks to be best for Monday, 57, partly cloudy. Another system comes in Tuesday, brings us some rain and warmer temperatures before they drop back down to 42 with some morning showers Wednesday, back to normal Thursday, and then we get above normal heading into next weekend, but we're also watching additional rain chances by next weekend as well. So getting some much needed rain here across the 4 states over the next several days. We've got more of the KOAM Morning News right after this. A government watchdog organization is going to court against the Biden administration over the government's approval of a new abortion medication. Jillian Turner has details.
It's time that a court does what the FDA should have done a long time ago.
Legal group the Alliance Defending Freedom, or ADF, is suing the Biden administration, seeking to reverse FDA approval of mifepristone, the so-called abortion pill.
The FDA has a responsibility to protect the American people from dangerous drugs. But it failed America's women and girls when it approved dangerous chemical abortion drugs.
The share of American women seeking pill abortions is rising nationwide. Mifepristone, a hormone drug, accounts for about 54% of all U.S. abortions today. Family planning doctors now offer women virtual visits with no scans or physical exams required for a prescription.
The actual telemedicine visit they can do from their phone.
They even offer workarounds for pregnant women in states like Arizona, where abortions are banned.
Intercommerce between states is legal. And so the medicine will have to be picked up in California, and the closest border town is Blythe.
The ADF says at-home abortions via pill pose unique dangers to pregnant women, but some reproductive health clinicians disagree, insisting the FDA publish new data on adverse events reported with use of mifepristone through June 2021. Bottom line, medication abortion with mifepristone is very, very safe. The FDA says the rate of side effects for mifepristone is under 1%, or 26 deaths among 4.9 million women who took mifepristone from its approval in 2000 through June of 2021.
At issue in this lawsuit is the underlying data to back up these claims. Now, anti-abortion groups say the risks and side effects of the drug to women have not been adequately studied in clinical settings. We've got some beautiful weather for us today, but we are watching increasing rain chances heading into the weekend. We're going to break it all down for you when we come back. We've got an absolutely beautiful day shaping up for us here. As you can see, skies are getting pretty clear out there. We're 37 in Joplin, feels like 31, so still a little bit on the cold side this morning. 33 Neodesha, Chanute, 35 in Parsons. We're looking at 38 Miami, 40 in Neosho. As we have rain building in tomorrow, travel delays could become an issue. As you see, we head into the noon hour, we're looking at some moderate travel delays possible because we could see some heavy rain out of this system, and we will see the rain continue as we head into Sunday morning. From the airport side, if you're flying, we are not seeing any significant weather delays at any of the airports across the country, but again, check your specific flight to make sure it's not been delayed. I have mostly clear skies as we head for a high of 54 degrees today, and then tonight we'll hit our overnight low early at 41, and then temperatures slowly rise through the overnight hours, clouds gradually increase, and by sunrise tomorrow we start to see the rain move in. On the future track, we can show you that rain as it rolls out of Texas into Oklahoma and into our area. This is 8 o'clock tomorrow, widespread rain. Some of this could be heavy, so if you're traveling tomorrow, please make sure you allow yourself plenty of time to get wherever you're going. 7 a.m. Sunday, you can see the rain still holding on in the area, but it will exit quickly. It should be out of here by about 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow, and then we'll be decent all right. So 48 Sunday, 50 tomorrow, and then your best travel day, in all honesty, even though we're going to clear out Sunday, you could still have some wet roads. So Monday looking to be the best day to head home, 57 and partly cloudy. Another system comes in Tuesday, 65 with rain. We get cold, 42 on Wednesday with some morning showers. By Thursday, we're back to normal, and as we head into the weekend next week, we really start to warm up, and then, yeah, We have additional rain chances building in. So we're getting some much needed rain across the area. As you can see, over the next several days, we have several chances of rain. So hopefully this will begin to make a small dent, at least, in our drought situation from the summer. In Consumer Watch this morning, as the holiday shopping season kicks off, Small Business Saturday is growing in popularity nationwide. A new survey reveals shoppers are being intentional about where they spend their money this holiday season. That's despite historic inflation, ongoing supply chain issues, and recession fears. Jen Sullivan has a look at what's driving a growing number of Americans to prioritize local entrepreneurs.
Shopping small is making a big impact this holiday season. A recent QuickBooks survey found 80% of small businesses say this holiday season is more important to their overall financial picture than it was last year.
It's a fight for survival.
Allison Ash, owner of this holiday store called The Wrapper, says this is a critical time for her finances.
I just feel really lucky and blessed that we've had people who've been loyal to us.
This year, nearly 60% of Americans say they will shop Small Business Saturday, more than the number of people who plan to shop on Black Friday. That's according to a recent survey by Bankrate.com. And economists say it means more holiday shoppers are warming up to the idea of investing in their local economy.
Gen Z is actually a big part of that. There's a statistic that about 67% of TikTok users are buying items from small businesses that show up on their For You page.
Economist Kathy Corman-Fry says buying local is a great way to support entrepreneurs recovering from the lingering effects of the pandemic. For small fashion designers like Camila Romero, being a sustainable brand has helped her stay competitive against fast fashion and major retailers.
I got everything made here in Los Angeles. I created my own community of people that I work with on a daily basis.
Romero says her company, Dead Blood, has found success because her pieces are unique and made to order, and because customers align with the brand's values.
A lot of my values are to make genderless clothing. I didn't want to just put everything in a box and say like, oh, we're just like a women's company, or this is for male or female.
For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
According to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, when you support a local business, your spending benefits your city and neighborhood through sales tax, which is used to support public schools, parks, roads, and funds public service workers like police and firefighters. We'll be right back with more right after this.
A new homeowner in Las Vegas spends thousands to bring in artists from across the nation to spray paint his house.
Regina Ahn has the story.
Brandon Bowski's home is as colorful as his personality.
I was originally going to wear a really funny outfit and just mess with you guys, wear like a unicorn outfit with like shades on.
His style clearly shown. His home, which he purchased in September for almost $2.5 million in the heart of Las Vegas, is what he calls one of his dream homes.
I came out here for a bunch of trade shows and I had a bunch of friends out here. And I was like, oh man, it's so cool hanging out with you guys. I should get a place here.
And that's when it happened, deciding to reside here for several reasons. At 30 years old, Bowski has gotten success from different ventures. He's lived all over the country, predominantly in Florida, but fell in love with Las Vegas.
I found Vegas and was like, well, it's close enough to Colorado, close enough to California. I can't stand people in Florida for the most part. So I was like, all right, this is a really good opportunity for me to kind of get the best of both worlds.
The home displayed is a reflection of his love for art.
I collect a lot of visionary art. To me, I really like geometric shapes. Geometric art is awesome.
Which is what inspired this. Spending $50,000 to bring in artists from around the country, like Megan Walker, an artist from Colorado who drove here with her boyfriend Special just for this project.
This is Jake and I's first time doing something. Mostly we're just going with like the abstract tunnels and like kind of just really colorful, really like broken apart. Yeah, something that flows.
Megan and Jake have been artists for more than a decade, both specializing in what's called psychedelic abstract art. Together creating this work of art all out of these spray paint cans.
Kind of like a reference to ancient motifs from Aztec and Mayan culture in a way that's more of like a deep perspective.
And the three collaborating together with lots of time, energy, and vision. While it's a work of art, we've gotten some neighbors who aren't so thrilled about it. none of whom wanted to be on camera for obvious reasons, say it's an eyesore. Clark County officials say lucky for Bowski, the area is not under an HOA, which means he has full reign of his own. Some neighbors, though, think it's pretty cool. Joan Wright lives nearby and says she's seen the house before coming to the neighborhood.
It's very colorful, it's very unusual, and I think it's a treat for the neighborhood. Here you do have the freedom to do the decorations that make you happiest and make you proud of your home.
The welcome Bowski says he feels happy about.
Vegas is really cool, and it's cool to be in America where you can do this, because there's a lot of places in the world where you couldn't get a piece of paint on your house.
A place he feels proud to call home.
Now, I'm kind of curious how the spray paint holds up in like weather and everything.
Right. Like if it probably has to be like very waterproof or something like that. So.
You would think so. I mean, you got to do something special to protect it because it's not your standard house paint. But of course, this house, just looking at its design, is not your standard house. I mean, we were saying it looked almost like a shopping center or a little strip mall almost. So.
It's a big place, yeah.
Yeah, it certainly was. Man, if you build a house that big, you've probably got the money to have these folks come out and spray paint it.
You got to, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Today, beautiful weather to get out and enjoy Black Friday, whether you're shopping or just wanting to enjoy the nice day because we have incoming rain chances. We're 37 in Joplin right now, feeling like 31 degrees. Temperatures across the region still cold this morning, but they'll warm up eventually. 33 Chanute, Neodesha, 35 Parsons, 37 Carthage, 40 Neosho, and 38 down in Miami. With the rain coming in tomorrow, we could get into some minor to even moderate travel delays. So if you're traveling tomorrow, please be aware of this as it's going to rain all day. We could see some heavy rain as well, leading to some slick spots on the road. So just plan accordingly. Make sure you have plenty of time to get where you're going. Airport delays. Not seeing any significant weather-related delays at any of the airports across the country. So that's some good news there, but be sure to check your specific flight. 54 for the high today, mostly clear skies, so plentiful sunshine out there. Heading into tonight, we hit our overnight low of 41 early. Clouds will increase, temperatures will slowly rise, and by sunrise, we get into the rain building in for Saturday. So the system gets out of Texas, comes into Oklahoma later today, and by tomorrow morning, here it comes. And even by 8 o'clock, we've got widespread rain. Again, some of it could be heavy. So please plan accordingly if you're traveling. And Sunday morning, even at 6:30, we're still holding on to the rain, and then it exits pretty quickly and leaves us a little bit better for a couple of days before another system brings us more rain. 50 tomorrow, 48 on Sunday. Best day for travel is Monday, 57 and partly cloudy. That next system gets here Tuesday, 65. Rain on Tuesday into Wednesday morning, much cooler, 42. And then we're back to normal by Thursday, high of 52 and mostly clear skies. We got more of the KOAM morning news right after this.
Welcome back to KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Here's what's happening today. President Biden is taking another shot at gun control following high-profile mass shootings in Colorado and Virginia. The president wants Congress to ban assault weapons before the end of the year, although it's unclear if Democrats will be able to do so with their slim majorities in the House and Senate. In January, the GOP takes control of the House. Health officials are concerned that holiday gatherings may accelerate the so-called triple-demic, a converse of flu, RSV, and COVID cases. While COVID cases declined slightly from the previous week, hospitalizations for the flu are the highest level this time of year in more than a decade. At least 36 states are seeing elevated levels of RSV cases compared to this time last year. The U.S. takes on England in the World Cup today, one of the biggest soccer matches ever for Americans. The U.S. got off to the underwhelming start in the tournament, playing to a draw against Wales in their opening game. A victory or draw against England could help the Americans' chances of advancing to the knockout stage of the World Cup.
Heading for a high of 54 degrees today with mostly clear skies, so a gorgeous day out there. We had our overnight low of 41 early, then we'll see temperatures slowly rise, clouds increase, and we're looking at rain chances as we head into sunrise tomorrow. 7-day forecast. If you're traveling tomorrow, please plan ahead. Please give yourself plenty of time to get where you're going, as we'll have all-day rain on Saturday. Some of it could be heavy at times. And then as we head into Sunday, the rain tapers off, 48. Good traveling day is Monday, 57. Another system Tuesday with more rain. Tuesday into Wednesday morning. Then we're back to normal on Thursday, 52.
One of the best run-up to the feast ahead on your Thanksgiving plate may be this feast for your eyes of gingerbread house meat.
Now, the National Gingerbread Competition just finished its annual competition in Asheville, North Carolina. These are some of the winners. Entries were, I'm reading over Amber's part here, but it's all right. Entries were evaluated on criteria, including originality, creativity, and difficulty. More than 200 houses were entered into the competition.
Contestants had a chance to win a proportion of $40,000 in cash and prizes. The question, though, is where are those gingerbread houses too good looking to eat?
That's a good question because they do look really good. I don't know if I could actually eat them.
Shoot, I think it's fantastic. I used to live in Asheville, and I remember the contest used to be the talk of the town, so that's wonderful to see.
Still going on. Well, thank you so much for letting us put the good in your morning. We're back with more news and weather on Monday, and we'll see you at 6 o'clock today for our next newscast on KOAM.